She says, I mentioned it's important to change what and how often you use them for disease, particularly with Lyme. From a reference to your doing the raindrop technique, is it correct to assume you change it each week? Yes, when I was having the raindrop done with me weekly, I would check for that week. We would test muscle testing and find out what's the item that I need, which one of 9 of different ones would most improve my status for that week. Because if you are healing, then there should be some constant shift. And you don't always need the same ones that you did early on when the virus or the bacteria was more rampant. So it should change. Plus the fact that we want to change to keep on top of these sly devils. And then otherwise would be how often. So if you're not doing the massage or that weekly, then you would change it whenever you went, like twice a week or once a month. When I make up those drops, like we have a blend and putting it on topically, those usually are changed about every month or 6 weeks. That's about how long that a blend would I stick with.
Okay.
But again, if it was in the acute phase and it was early on and we're really working, you know, you may have some drug compounds on board and you're really struggling. Maybe there's been a fever, there's more pain, you may have to change them more often. And you'll also see that the levels of how many drops of each of them you need would go up or down. So I think I can do this just to show you how you can do this test at home. So I'm going to just grab a few essential oils back here. And this is something that you can do. My screen's big enough, I'll be able to show you. Okay, I just picked up a selection of different essential oil bottles. So what I want to know is, so first I would say, like, if these were the ones I thought I was going to use, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5 different ones here. Okay, so you can do this yourself, like on yourself. If I wanted to know, would this blend of all of these help me? Do I need these? So energetically, if I hold it here at my chakra point, and if I ask this question, if I need all of them, then I'm going to magnetically move into these bottles. If it's a negative thing, I'm going to go backwards. So I do this when I go to the grocery store and I'm shopping and I'm looking and I'm finding a new, you know, what the brand I liked isn't there. Now I got to find another one. It's like, okay, is this brand good or is this one better? So I'm going to say, do I need all of these oils? And you can see how I went backwards. Now no, I don't want all of those. Okay, so which one do I want, or which ones would help me? So I'm just going to take one. I'm going to just do the same thing. And I would like, would this one benefit me? So I'm going back slowly. It's not as bad as the whole group was. Okay, that one was arborvitae. It's actually good for skin problems. And would this one benefit me? Okay, so I went forward on that one. That one's grapefruit. Grapefruit's really good for digestion, which as a Vata person, I have a lot of digestive things. And it also helps with kidney, as we talked about. Okay, so now, would this one help me? No, this one wouldn't help me. And that's lavender. Okay. Okay, so now the same question. So would this essential oil help me? No. This one's lemongrass, which lemongrass is good for, I have it in my musculoskeletal kit. So it's good for like tendons, ligaments, things like that. And you would think with some Lyme, that might be one that you needed, but it wasn't. So then I'm going to ask the question again, would this help me or would I benefit from it, whatever? And I went forward, and that's eucalyptus. So if I take the eucalyptus and the grapefruit, these two now are the two, then I would say together, would these benefit me? I didn't go, it's neutral. It's not a strong positive. Maybe I can't use them at the same time. So I still want this, but maybe that would say, let me see if I still want this. Do I need this? Yes, but you just can't use them at the same time. So I couldn't put both of these in the bottle and have it work, but I could use one in the morning and one in the evening. So my thought would be do the digestive one in the morning and then the eucalyptus at night, because it's more of the immune treater, and then the grapefruit for digestion in the morning. But that's how you can do that with anything. You can do it with a bottle of pills. You can do it with supplements. You can do it with food. You can test energetically and find out, do I need this? Now, how would you do that for your animal? So what you would have to do for the animal is to, you would touch your dog, hold it at your chakra, and then ask the question, does Brandy need this? And then you have to blank out any thought that you have. And when you're doing this, you can't have a preconceived notion. And as you do it more, you can tell, like when I'm scanning animals and I use a biotensor, when I'm scanning them, I can tell, like some things, it's just like a veterinarian, I think, oh, this is what they're going to need. So I'm scanning these products, and a lot of times it's like, no, they don't want that. And it's like, okay, so I was wrong. You have to be able to be wrong. But I can tell if I'm thinking something and the answer is not wanting to be that. But you only will learn that after you do this for a lot. But you can, yeah, so you have to blank yourself. That was where I was at. You got to get blank. So you don't have any thoughts that you're thinking. And then you can hold it on your chakra. You have to stand when you're doing it, and then touch the dog and then ask the question, would this benefit? Would it raise whatever? And you have to be careful, because if you say, is this compatible? You could have a yes, but does the dog need it? Could be a totally different answer. So compatible means it can work. It's not going to be deleterious, but do they need it? So you have to then also be careful and not be thinking, okay, I'm thinking pain. But you're not saying it, but you're thinking it. Do they need this? You could get a no for the pain, but maybe it's a yes for digestion. So you have to know how you're asking that question, how you're putting it out there in the universe. Are you asking it in general for anything that's going on? Would this be beneficial? Does he need it or she need it? And then not think about the other dog while you're doing that. There are very many essential oils, as you saw on your list that you all looked at between our presentation and today. There are many options. So you can put all of those options together, and then you just start finding which ones does this dog for now need. I have zeroed in on, mostly I use doTERRA. And then I do have some of the Young Living products. And the reason I finally decided is there are so many out there. You got to kind of find which products do you like and what quality products. But the other part of it is this company's philanthropic endeavors to help humanity across the globe. They don't just go in to an area and buy their product from the people. They help the people in that country. Then they don't want to take the plants and try to grow them somewhere else, like on their farm, because the plant is valuable and vital because of where it lives in that cosmos of all those other plants and bugs that make it be what it is. So they go in and they help those communities of people to get irrigation, to build better facilities for being able to extract. They go in there and spend the money to help them do that, and then they buy the product from them. So they have a huge heart for humanity and helping others. And so that's why and the quality of the product is very good. But there's some things like Lidum, which I use for helping with calcium movement and also with some detox things. doTERRA doesn't have Lidum, but I get that one from Young Living. And there are some other companies out there too. So, it's like whatever you get, if you believe in it enough, then you'll be able to make it work for you.